Hey, long time no, yeah, you get the point. So, if you're not a frequent viewer, let me just explain the context of this video. It's been around 2 to 3 months since my last legitimate commentary themed video, which is a pretty long time in terms of posting online, at least to my standards. So, what happened? A lot, actually. I'll try my best to explain it, but most of the stuff is kind of like pretty short, so I'm only gonna explain like two of like the main reasons as to why I couldn't really post anything commentary related for like a really good amount of time. So, one of the reasons I couldn't post anything commentary related for a while is mainly due to like my own mental health and the drama that I was getting into, particularly the shit that was happening with Mushroom Girl and how it affected me, especially considering that at some point I had a mental breakdown because she tried to insinuate me as a child predator because I had faked my age for like anonymity reasons, which I admit was probably not the best way to be anonymous when, going into a server to, like, see if a specific, like, rumor that I had been told was, true or not, which it technically was in a sense, because during that drama there was quite a lot of harassment coming from, like, her side of the party, at least in my experiences, even if I did, fuck things up quite a bit. And another reason why I didn't really want to reveal my age at the time is because, I was not comfortable interacting with her fan base, and I'm still most definitely uncomfortable interacting with her fan base now because she actively allowed, like, people who were, like, Shotacons, Lollicons, and people who had incest kinks in her server. One of those people who had an incest kink, I remember seeing, like, them actively complain about wanting my persona in Mushroom Girl's server, which I found really fucking disturbing because I am, a victim of like sexual assault, particularly like of the incestuous kind. It's not really something that I would wish on anyone. So, with the fact that she was accusing me of faking mental breakdowns and insinuating all sorts of like weird shit about me, it took a pretty hefty toll on my mental health. Not to mention, trying to make videos in general was getting exhausting due to the fact that I had no real idea on how people might react to it, on like if I was gonna get harassment or not from it. Because I know I definitely got harassment not from like the Mushroom Girl video, but also from like the video where I was talking about like people who were like LARPing as 4chaners and people who were copying the art style of Lottie and her mannerisms. And it was taking a lot of effort for me to make them as well. Now onto like the other reason why I couldn't really post much. It was also because of school, and I have a pretty like packed schedule when it comes to that stuff. I have to deal with, a lot of homework, a lot of projects. It took a bit from my mental energy, so I couldn't really get any motivation to make any video whenever I was at home, because I would just, want to relax. I didn't really want to work more, as I had already been working all day. Of course, now I'll be able to post a bit more once I've graduated, since I'm a senior in high school, so it's like basically my last year to, be in high school. Which means if I have to go to college, I'll at least have more time to work on stuff and upload videos. Not to mention, summer break's gonna give me the most time to work on stuff before I choose where to go in terms of college. So yeah, this video is probably gonna be really short, but this is really all I had to say as to explain why I haven't really been doing anything in the commentary scene for so long. I'll probably post some commentary stuff either like this week or next week, who knows. So yeah, see ya.